10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Personal Branding Summit, Africa's #1 global summit on personal branding. Earn, impact, influence.
Hello. You're welcome to the Personal Branding Summit, Africa's #1 global summit on personal branding. My name is Emeka Ebeniro. You can call me Play Emeka. My friends call me Fire Emeka because I'm the fire speaker and your personal brand fixer. It's been 2 amazing days so far. We've had great insight, knowledge sharing, and of course, an exciting time with our speakers on the Personal Branding Summit, day 1, day 2, and today is the grand finale. Yes, today is the day that a lot of people have been looking forward to, and today we'll be answering that question: how can I monetize my personal brand? And that's what we'll be doing today. But before we go right into it, we'll just quickly take this quick break, guys, and we'll be right back. One more thing. Don't forget, your personal brand is all that you'll be remembered for. People will not remember the clothes you have. People will not remember the cars you bought. People will not even remember the last you worked. But guess what? What will they remember? They'll remember your personal brand. And that is why we decided that, you know what? We need to move the conversation of personal branding forward. We need to help people understand the importance of having a personal brand. That is why we're here today. So I know you're excited. I am also excited to go right into it. Welcome once again to the Personal Branding Summit Grand Finale. My name remains Emeka Ebeniro. We'll be back after this break.
Currently, as we speak now, over 25% of the cars have turned electric. A boy called Elon Musk woke up one morning and I said he would deal with that issue. Boys are dealing. So if you think you're going to be selling fuel in the next 10 years, my brother, it won't work. It won't work. So you need to start thinking. That your house in the village, I beg you, turn it into a business. Turn it into a guest house. Turn it into a guest house. If you are not using it, turn it into a service portal. Make money. Stop holding liability. Turn it into assets. And there are bond men looking for me. Now, my target, the first time I wanted to make money, and this is House on the Rock. My target was 100 million. I made it in 3 months. In 3 months. Then I raised it up to $2 million. I made it in 1 year. Then I said, okay, my new target is $10 billion. So when I started researching, how do I make $10 billion? I said, okay, who has $10 million? Then $10 billion. That's 3.something trillion naira. I found this man, Robert Coe. So this man became my new mentor. I started to find out, okay, Robert Coe, what do you do for a living? He has $11 billion. I found out that this man sells palm oil. It's palm oil. Then when I traced this man, he got his palm oil sales from Benin, 94. So the man came here and got palm kernel. And now, this man is the richest man in Malaysia. Right now, selling palm oil. It's not our location, it's thinking.
Summit is proudly supported by Connect Nigeria, China 5 Studios, Radiate Technologies, Embrace Media, Seats and Tickets, LB Digital, and powered by Kara Kuri.
Welcome back from that break. It's quite a heartfelt message from us at the Personal Branding Summit. We'll forever miss Ubong King, the troublemaker as he's fondly called. He often says, break the rules. And that's what we have done. We have decided as young Nigerians, young Africans, we need to change the narrative. We can no longer be looked upon as minorities. We can no longer be determined by our past or our background. We need to break the rules. We need to exceed our limitations and move into spheres that we belong to. Ubong King, we love you so much. You've been a great influence in our lives and we'll forever miss you. Always in our hearts, Ubong King. Thank you so much. And yes, we also would like to thank our sponsors, Chida 5 Studios, Connect Nigeria, Radiate Technologies, LB Digital, Seats and Tickets, Empraise Media, and of course, this summit is powered by Karakuri. Thank you so much, guys. We really do appreciate you for putting your hands together in making this summit possible. We really do appreciate you. So, guys, it's going to be an exciting time. Our speakers are ready and they are ready to share their knowledge with you. Trust me, it's going to be power-packed. You're going to learn how to monetize your personal brand. We spoke a lot about personal branding over the past 2 days. And in case you're just joining us, this is the personal branding. And you're wondering, oh, missed day 1, day 2, or what happened and all that. Not to worry. Not to worry, not to worry, not to worry. We got you covered. We got you covered. So we're going to go a quick break and we'll be sharing what happened in the past 2 days. We'll be right back.
My fashion brand, Exclamations Couture, formerly known as Exclamations Nigeria, redesigned its logo over 15 years ago to include elements from the Nigerian coat of arms. David Wedge, another Nigerian fashion brand, is set to open up its first store at a prime location off Oxford Street in London and will be branded David Wedge Lagos. Imagine that the leadership of this ailing brand called Nigeria knew to leverage that.
In order to be successful in business, you need to have successful commercial viable propositions. So positioning in a market that, everybody has their attention split is massively important. I mean, and you're not just fighting with other artists. There's only 24 hours in a day. I mean, you're fighting with brands, you're fighting with Netflix, you're fighting with YouTube influencers, you're fighting with all kinds of different competing interests throughout the day. So as an artist, you have to have that, it still goes back to that unique propositioning.
In this journey of life, be prepared to fail. You are going to fail. Life is going to hit you, and you are going to fall flat on your feet.
What you don't know at all. So it's okay to come out and say, yes, I don't know this thing. I know clarity. I need clarity from this. I need everything so that I can move forward.
So while building a brand, please bear in mind that it can fail, and be consistent while you're doing that. Consistency is key, is the main thing. As long as you believe in what you do, as long as you know that you're not mediocre, keep going, keep doing it.
Pace yourself. Don't try to be, in a hurry to build a personal brand, because after a crisis, the possibility that your mental health will, be on the rocky path is there.
Have it at the back of your mind that you cannot do it alone. You need people. You need believers. You cannot do it alone. You need people who believe in you. You need your friends. You need people. If you cannot pay people to do some stuff for you, you can get your friends to do some stuff for you.
We should understand that there's career. Yes, you can build a career doing something. There's also building business doing that thing. So it is never a waste of time investing or spending whatever it is, money, time, effort, into building your brand.
Don't try to be in a hurry. So probably you have seen what this person has done or what B has done. It is your journey. It is your journey for a reason. So you have to, follow that journey on your own terms, really, and not any other person's terms. It is your journey, so just follow it that way.
like to specially recognize Ada Mbelu, Roti Atunwa,
Personal Branding Summit 2021.
Earn, impact, influence.
Welcome back. Welcome back for that short break. If you're just tuning in, this is the Personal Branding Summit 2021, and I'm your host, Emeka Ebeniro. You can call me Play Emeka. My friends call me Fire Emeka. Like I always say, I am the fire speaker and your personal brand fixer. So once again, welcome from that break. While we were at the break, we looked at what happened in day one and day two. We'd like to say a very big thank you to Mr. Fab, Familusi Akim Babajide, also known as Mr. Fab. And of course, our day two panelists. Yes, our day two panelists. We had Uche Ugo. We had Amuche Ekemezie, we had Larry Lawal, and we had who I call the Bitcoin chief, Michael Ugu, aka Magic Mike. And yes, guys, this is the moment you have all been waiting for. We're not going to waste any much of your time. We're going to go straight right into it. I'll be calling up my speakers, and they'll be teaching us in detail how we monetize our personal brands. Are you ready? If you're ready, let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome
Gbemmy Fasasi,
Joy Enaghalu, Bolaji Ajibare.
Welcome, guys. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining. This is the Personal Branding Summit 2021. We'd like to appreciate you for being part of this. Yes, let's introduce ourselves. We have Bolaji here. We have Gbemmy Fasasi, and we have Joy Enaghalu. Thanks, guys, for joining. You're welcome. Please, the floor is yours. Can you please introduce yourself and let's get to know you one after the other. So let's go with Bolaji.
Hi everyone, my name is Bolaji. I am a social media coach and a social media coach manager. I train people that want to start a career in social media management. I also help small businesses grow the right way on social media. I help them put their social media pages in the right place to reach their direct customers and their target audience. So that's basically what I do with my pages. Thank you, Emeka, for having me.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Bolaji. Yes, then we have Gbemmy Fasasi. Please, Gbemmy, can we meet you?
Hello, everyone. My name is Gbemmy Fasasi. I'm a professional digital marketer and I specialize in personal brand monetization. I have an history with e-commerce, a top seller on Shopify, top seller on Amazon, managed over 1,000 businesses on social media. But right now, my calling, my purpose, my mandate is to help personal brand monetize with ease, without online courses, without books, without speaking engagements, the pandemic, but using the internet, building digital structures to help you monetize effectively without overwhelm. That's what I do.
Awesome. Nice to meet you.
I head the digital marketing department of a tech startup here in Sweden, in Europe, Prime Nuggets. That's what I do.
Thank you so much. Yes, and we have Joy Enaghalu. Joy, can we meet you?
Okay. Good evening, everybody. My name is Joy Enaghalu. I am the founder of Beacon Experience, a digital media company focused on personal brands succeed. So we are very involved in the process from when you start to then to just scaling. That's what we do. So it's nice to have everyone here, and hello to the speakers.
Hello, Joy.
Hello, Joy. Hello, Joy. Thank you so much, ladies, for joining. This is really, really, really remarkable, and this is it's an epic one. Day one, we had just Mr. Fab. Day two, we had one lady in the midst, and day three, we have three amazing, I call them Amazons. We have three amazing Amazons who are experts in their field that will be teaching us how we can monetize our personal brand. So ladies, thank you once again for joining us. So we're going straight right into it. Yes, Gbemmy, you mentioned that you've worked with over 1,000 businesses. You've helped over 1,000 businesses, have online presence. Can you just go a little deeper into that? How has that been, and what do you do on a day-to-day basis?
Okay, my journey in digital marketing started from when I had my baby, my second baby, and I didn't have a job. Like as with most youths in Nigeria, you finish, you're doing well. I studied computer science in university, but I had absolutely no interest, in practicing. So I was more interested in online sales. So I would wake up in the middle of the night and I would breastfeed. But while doing so, instead of lamenting about the situation of the country, I would pick up my phone and Google, how can I make sales online? And so I would consume all videos that came up on YouTube. I would consume all blog posts. And by the time the baby turned 9 months old, I opened my first Shopify store. And on the day that I opened, I became the top seller that day, and I was top 15 in traffic. So that really encouraged me. And from there, I won several competitions. From there, I went on Amazon, opened my own brand and all. But when I learned all of these things, I used to share on my Facebook page, and I would say, oh, just do this, do this, do this. You would get visibility, you would get influence. And then people would say, oh, can you do it for me? Can you do it for me? So from there, I opened a digital marketing agency, and I went into development, because I believe that you cannot be using a platform if you don't know how it works. When you understand the algorithm and how it works, it can really help. So while going into development, as with my mentors on Shopify, I started learning a lot about Instagram algorithm. And from there, I helped over 1,000 businesses over the years, achieve influence and online sales and authority on the internet. But then I realized that I have a passion for brilliant people, for experts, for people who have a thing, whatever you have in between your ears. How can you use the internet, to make a whole lot of money, create a whole lot of impact globally with it? And so when I moved to Europe, in Sweden, where I am right now, I joined a tech startup firm that does the same thing, just that they use tech. And so my digital marketing experience came into play. And by then, what I did was that I said, how can I serve? Because that's who I am. I love to serve. And I met my directors, and I got the job. And since then, I've helped over 20 experts from Nigeria earn amazing figures in dollars, thousands of dollars, monthly passive residual income here by managing their brands using the internet on our tech platform here. So basically, that's been my journey and how I arrived at personal brand monetization.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Gbemmy. Thank you so much for going. We're still going to come back to you to ask you more questions. But right now, I want to jump into Joy. I know Joy also helps people monetize their personal brand. So Joy, tell us a little bit about your journey and how do you help people monetize their personal brand?
Okay, so well, unlike Gbemmy, I don't have any baby. So my journey basically started when I was in NYSC. I was serving, fresh out of school, mass communication, and I was just wondering to myself, do I need to get a job in a radio station? Do I need to get a job in a TV station? And so on getting to NYSC, I met a couple of people, and then they were all talking about website design, this, that, and I'm like, okay, this is a new space entirely. And so I started learning. In fact, I didn't even have any direct interest per se, but because they were my friends, I was always around them. So I'll see one of them especially will get jobs, he'll be building, and I'll be there. Sometimes I'll be like, whoa, do this thing you're doing fast. Let me see a movie with your laptop, right? But what I did not know was subconsciously I was learning. Coming to Lagos, the buzzwords then, as at 2015, was content creation, website design. Those were the buzzwords in Lagos, right? And I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe this could be a thing. So I remember getting a job. Somebody approached me and was like, oh, can you build a website? Personally, I did not know how to build the website. But I was like, yeah, of course I do know how to build a website. So I got the website and I gave it to my friend who I served with, and he built it, gave me a cut, about 3 times. And then I was like, babe, instead of this cut you're taking, you can actually have the entire pie. And so the next job I got, I decided to build the website by myself. So I started working on it, and little by little, that was how I got into it. From website design, I got into social media management, and from there, I just figured, okay, the whole niching thing. Instead of saying, oh, I serve everybody, of course, for a while, I served businesses, and I also served personal brands. And so, in working with both, should I call them sectors or divides, I realized I was more in tune with human beings. I mean, they felt real to me. So I was able to work with them. It came very easily to me, even though at that time I wasn't necessarily studying anything personal branding, right? And so I said, okay, let's work with human beings. Let's work with personal brands, and from there, out of it, that's where we are today.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Joy. So now we go right to Bolaji. Joy just talked about knowing, niching down, and deciding to work with personal brands. Now, Bolaji, my question will now be, you are known as the social media Oga. You need to explain to us, how did you come about the social media Oga? And secondly, as a social media manager, have you been able to, or what advice will you give people, to niche?
Sorry, my mic was muted. Thank you, Emeka, for this opportunity. Gbemmy and Joy had said a lot. So what I would say, how did I come up with my name? I'm not the one that came up with that name. So I was looking for a name that was different, unique, and still would also make sense. Would also still make sense. I didn't want to pick the social media leader, the social media boss, and everything. So my friends were like, oh, why not come up with the social media August? So I came up with that, and then that's how it went. So for niching down, I would say I'm a total fan of niche down totally and every single thing. But I would say for people that want to niche down, why not, when you're niching down, try your hands on 2 or 3 things that you have, like 2 or 3 things that you're good at, and see the one that works for you and pick that as your niche. For someone like me, I started with Instagram, I started with social media management, I started with TikTok, I started with Twitter. And if you check, a lot of people ask me, how come you have so many followers on Twitter that you do on Instagram? Because I started with Twitter. So as I go ahead, I found that I had interest in so many things, but I found out that I wanted to teach social media management. I wanted to teach people how to what social media management is all about. I wanted to teach them that social media management is not just about posting. So I thought it was because I already had so many things that I was doing, and I found out, oh, this is the one that works for me best. That's why I completely niched down into social media management. And when I saw that, okay, I can pick up helping businesses create strategies to use their businesses the right way, instead of just saying, oh, you need a social media manager. I started doing that. So for someone that's just starting out and thinking of niching down, I would say try your hands in three things that you think you're really good at, and totally niche down to the one you're good at. Then niche up. After niching down, niche up. So make sure that you're leveling up your skills in that niche you're in, and you're niching up as you go forward. So niche down, then niche up. It actually helps. Thank you so much, Jessica.
All right, thank you so much. Then yes, we go right back to Gbemmy. So Gbemmy, Bolaji has talked about niching down and niching up and trying our hands on so many things. What would you say about trying your hands on so many, because from your story we know that you've tried your hands on so many things. So what would be your advice, someone still trying to discover their path or still trying to discover where their strength lie? What would you be your two kobo, as we say it, to that person?
Yes, usually when you're just starting out on something, particularly in the tech world, pardon me if I go a bit techy, if you have a fantastic idea and you're going to go to market, you don't wait until everything is perfect. You don't wait until you're a master. You launch with an MVP, most viable product. You go to market, you hear feedback, and then you upgrade. That's usually the best path. That's the path that the fathers of tech has taken. That's the path that a whole lot of people have followed, and it has been successful. And there's a reason for that. So when you're just starting, it's important that, I started with SEO. I went on to e-commerce. I went on to development. I went on into tech itself. And then I went on into project management in itself. But along the line, you would find something that you absolutely resonate with, just the way Joy said. You would absolutely resonate with this and say, oh, I prefer to work with. For instance, I like seeing brilliant people boxed up. I hate to see someone so talented and they are broke. I'm like, what? Are you like totally kidding me? I can't believe it. I want to see you boxed up. I want to see you having massive money. It gives me joy. It gives me satisfaction. That's who I am. So I just knew that I just had to work with human beings, as Joyce said. Because when they'll call me, like, baby, guess what? What? I made this because of this. It really makes me happy. So basically, you would eventually find that one that makes your tummy like just flutter with butterflies and makes you feel really good. And there'll be something that comes natural to you. And when you arrive at it, it may be SEO, it may be social media marketing, it may be organic launches, it may be inorganic ads. There are so many paths to the internet, right? When you eventually arrive at that one that works for you, I always advise you go an inch deep. Many people want to do everything. I can do this, I can do that. There's nothing there. It ends nowhere. Go an inch deep and a mile wide. Really niche down, an inch deep, but a mile wide. So yes, I do personal brand monetization, but guess what? If I take what is between your head as a brand expert and I help you to monetize it, I can actually go beyond that. Why? Because I'm a marketer at its core. I'm also a neuro-linguistic practitioner. I'm an expert, an advanced practitioner. I'm a life coach. I'm an emotional freedom technique practitioner. I'm a subconscious transformation expert. So when I'm working with personal brands, I can easily do things like perform interventions on them to help them shatter limiting beliefs and achieve new lengths. And it makes me an exceptional marketer beyond the regular digital marketer. And that's an example of going an inch deep, but a mile wide. So anywhere that the expert wants to turn to, I am capable. And if I'm not capable in that realm, I have the team, right? I've put together a strong team that executes this. So you have to really, really like sample, and there's no problem. It's called paying your dues, right? Sample, freelance for people. Don't be shy or caught up. Send people DM and say, hey, can I intern with you for free? Serve. And then when you serve, like Dale Carnegie said, how to win and influence people, always have the mind to serve. How can I serve you? Serve. When you serve, you learn a lot from this, you learn a lot from this. When you eventually arrive at the one that gives you the greatest satisfaction, do not be scared to go a mile wide. Then you kill it. And that's how, it's worked for me. It's worked for my mentees. And that's what I advise.
Thank you so much, Gbemmy. Thank you so much, Gbemmy. Yes, this has been amazing. So Bolaji, are you ready for us? Thank you so much, Gbemmy. You've shared so much insight into serving, why you need to try your hands on so many things. Now, Gbemmy said something I would like Bolaji to further discuss on that. People kind of downplay social media managers. And there's this TikTok that people have been going around doing and say, is it not social media? Is it not just to post? Is it not just to post? Bolaji, as the social media or as someone, building a community or a tribe of social media managers, what would you say about this mindset of, should I call them clients, or the mindset of the public to just feel that as long as you have a phone and the app, you become a social media manager, or it's easy to become a social media manager?
All right, thank you so much, Emeka. I am always picking fights with people. There was a lady that it was really like a very tough conversation last week when she was saying, "Oh, these are the ways to be a social media manager. You just do this, you do that, you do this, you do that, and then you become a social media manager." I would say I tell people every single day that every single day I am learning. I keep learning that okay, these are the things I should do as a social media manager, these are the things I should not do as a social media manager. But a lot of people downplay this social media management thing because they don't even understand how it works. And that is what I am all about in my community. I keep telling them, don't undercharge yourself, don't underpay yourself. That's why business owners can think that because everybody simply picks up their phone and think once they can manage their own personal account, that they are now social media managers. And they feel like once they can pick up their phone and post and maybe get 10,000 followers on their page with just their pictures, they can manage anybody's page. And when business owners come to meet them, and since they're social media manager in their bio, they ask them, "Oh, how much do you charge?" Some of them will say 10,000 naira. That's why social media managers are underpriced all over the world because just everybody feels like they want to be a social media manager. But it's always really painful because there's a lot of things that actually go into social media management. The strategy. Today, I have been on my decks for more than 6 hours working on a strategy for a client, and that's under social media management. There's graphic design, and we know there are graphic designers for web designs and everything, but it's also graphic designers, people that design social media management posts, there's copywriting. But I think that it is our duty as social media managers to educate the public that this is what we are about. This is how we want things to run. This is how things are run. This is how we want to be treated. I tell my community, I tell them, if you don't say this is how you want things to be, you are going to just keep entertaining every BS, that's every bullshit, forgive my language, that comes your way. So today I had a client who I was working on a strategy for. She was frustrated because she has paused her business for a month. And she was telling me that, oh, my business has been out of a month because you're creating my strategy. And because I have two ads and everybody just wants Bolaji to be working on their job, they don't want me to refer to one of my teammates and everything. They want me to oversee it. And if you want to work with me personally, you have to be patient because there's like a wait list. And she was like, oh, she's paused her business for a month. And she was basically pouring the frustration on me. And I told her, hold on. You should not do that. That's why I had a discovery session with you. I told you how long this is going to take. It has not even been, I tell them my strategy takes 2 weeks. It has not even been 1 week yet. And I'm almost done with your strategy. And you're pouring your frustration on me just because you paused your business. I never told you to pause your business. So if you know your stand as a social media manager or as someone that wants to go into management as social media manager, nobody's going to actually come and talk to you anyhow or underprice you. And I tell businesses, I had someone in my DMs, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? She was like, oh, I need you to manage my account. And I'm like, you cannot afford me. And she thought I was joking until I sent her my rate card. And she was like, oh, okay. And I'm like, yes, I told you that I cannot afford you because I know how much I'm worth. I know it's big brands that can afford me or people that pay in dollars. So you as a small business owner, I've checked your page. I know you can afford me. So let me refer you to a small business social media manager that will obviously manage your account because you don't expect someone that has 6 to 7 years of social media management experience to still be collecting the same amount as someone that is just a baby social media manager or an amateur social media manager, someone who's a novice. So you need to decide how you want to be treated as a social media manager. And I keep telling them you need to. That's why I am actually one of the first. I think I am basically the first social media manager coach in Nigeria, like someone that took the niche down. And I'm trying to set the standard that this is how we want social media managers in Nigeria to be treated. This is how we want social media managers in Africa to be treated. And this is how we want social media managers all over the world to be treated. Because a lot of people think it's just to pick up your phone and post. And I keep telling them, if it's that easy, why not do it yourself? Because if it's that easy to pick up your phone and post, do it yourself. And then you start saying, oh, you shouldn't talk to me. Like, yes, it's your business. But I feel like if you can do it yourself, you probably won't come to me for help. So that's I think that's just where I'm going to end it. So that it's not like, oh, because this is a very touchy subject to me. But thank you so much.
Guys, we can see that Bolaji is all fired up. Bolaji is all fired up. Bolaji is all fired up. So yes, we're going right to Joy. Bolaji is all fired up. Joy, you can hear how passionate Bolaji has been, talking about social media management and why it's important for you to have the right people. So Joy, why is it important for you to have experts work on your website? Because I know that you started off as a web developer, web administrator. Why is it important? Is it just anybody that can download a WordPress team would call himself or herself a website developer or an e-commerce expert?
Okay, so I always say that if you want to play the game, then you have to play by the standard, not necessarily the rule. Some people say the rule, but I like to say you play by the standard. So let's take a look at those in the first world, right? I mean, our colleagues over and abroad, right? You see that whenever they want to launch their brand, their businesses, they do it the proper way. I've heard a lot of coaches, even though I know that everything is just marketing gimmicks, right? I've heard a lot of coaches saying, oh, you don't need a website for you to do this. You don't need a website for you to do that. Number one, the reason you need a website, not just because you are one random person. Number one, for the sake of visibility. There are people who search when they have a problem, they go to search. I'm sure that sometimes most of the content that you read on Google, or even when you try to search, you don't necessarily go there typing someone's name. You go there typing the solution or the problem that you're facing, seeking the solution, and then you have options pop. And then from there, you're able to click and then get whatever solution that you're seeking, right? And so that's the reason you need to have your website, for visibility's sake. Two, because you have to show that you are an expert. Who are you? Who are you? Is it because you just said, oh, I am a natural hair expert, I'm an SEO expert, and I should believe you? No, why you? What have you done? Who are you? Who have you worked with? Right? And it's on your website I am going to see all of that, because hey, you can't explain yourself to the 100, 1,000, 10,000 people who are searching. So now when you don't have time to be chatting them on WhatsApp, right? Even sometimes when they come on WhatsApp, you simply send them a link and then they go and read up. That's how it is, right? So number one, visibility. Number two, to show your expertise, right? The third one is that you don't know who is searching, really. And I'm going to give you a short story. There was a time someone was searching for someone in the digital space, and they were looking for a female who was going to come on TV and share. And we all know that as personal brands, being on traditional media or digital media is a very important part for you, because the more media platforms you appear on, the more people get to know you, and the more credibility your brand will have, right? So they were searching, and then somebody quickly hit me up on WhatsApp. I was like, oh, Joy, this person is searching for someone like this, and I just dropped your name with them and all of that. Please, can you give me your website link so that I can send to them? And then when I sent my website link to them. I don't know what transpired. I'm not aware of that, but all I know is that I was sent an email. And then when I went to the studio, when I went to the studio, the person, that the owner of the program, told me that he just said, wow, you are the Joy. I was really impressed when I saw your website. I was like, wow, a female, this lady is really serious with her work. And I looked at him, because I know that in my world we have a lot more females with a lot more websites, so it was no biggie. But then I understood where he was coming from, because maybe where he's coming from, women are not so keen on such things. I don't know, right? So it is very important. I mean, that was somebody that I obviously needed him because I wanted to be on his show, right? But without even meeting me, he got to know who I was, things I had done, right? People I had worked with, and he didn't need to ask any further question. He just, sent me, I just got an email. So these are the reasons that you need to have a website. Some people see it as an expense. It is not an expense, it's an investment, right? I've had my website since 2015. Yes, I've had my website since 2015 till date. So, and for every subsidiary brand that we are even having, safe, we try to build a website for it. So it is that important to us, and it should be that important to you. Okay, so be it your brand, be it your personal brand, be it your corporate brand, you need to have a website because that is the standard. World has gone global. During the world has gone digital. During a pandemic last year, I would say the beginning of the pandemic was one of my best periods ever because I just had a lot of people, oh Joy, I need a website. Oh Joy, I need a website. Oh Joy, I need a website. Because they saw it as something they did not need. I mean, all those coaches that were telling you, oh, you don't need a website. Funny thing is, after doing a video advertising to you, telling you that you don't need a website, they tell you click on the link below. You click on it and it leads you to their own website. And you know what they say? Do what they do, not what they say. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Joy. Thank you so much. That was really passionate. So, Gbemmy, over to you. Just like what Joy said rather, it's do what they do and not what they say. Do what they do and not what they say. And I know, Gbemmy, you have so many examples of doing what they do and not what they say because you've worked with a lot of coaches, trainers, and speakers. So my question now is, as an expert in e-commerce, Amazon top seller, Shopify top seller, why is it important for us to understand this new language called technology?
Well, first of all, I understand why, because I started my business in my room right there in Lagos, Nigeria. And I drove it right there to 8 figures right there in my room without leaving. And then I'm here again. In fact, next week I'm going to launch a brand here in Stockholm. That is in the next 1 year, we're going to drive it crazy here. So I understand both sides of the divide, right? My businesses is still there in the US that I started online. Canada, I have .us.ca and all that, like branches online. I understand both sides of the divide because I've been there. And I know that online, we do not have a generation before us. We are the first generation. So we don't have anybody to look up to like, oh, is this what we should be doing? So many of us, we start and we oscillate up and we set up, right? And then we become like accidental successful entrepreneurs. I, for one, I've never run a campaign that is not successful. I, for one, shy away from visibility because really, seriously, my systems and my processes, I don't want to shatter it, right? But I understand clearly that we don't have a generation before us, and we are the first. And whatever we do is what the others, they will look up to. But even at that, we have to set our standards high. When I became a top seller and when I won competition on Shopify, the only thing I enjoyed out of everything, not the cash prize, not the recognition, not the noise, was the fact that I became close to the baddest permanent top sellers. I'm talking about Damon Dash. I'm talking about founder of Fubu. I'm talking about Dan Da Silva, people who were like the best. When I say this is the best person on Facebook ads in the world. People who would launch a course and it would sell millions of dollars, people who would sell, whose stores will wipe out, people who manage the stores of Kendall Jenner, So, and when I got close to them as a mentee, because that's the only thing for me. I just want to learn because I believe why reinvent the wheel? They are doing it, so let's learn from them, right? So why reinvent the wheel? Just reverse engineer the funnel, learn it and apply it. So I found out that one of my mentors said something to me one day. I said, how can I scale? I want to end this kind of sales. How can I scale? And he said, do you know development? I said, no. He said, you can't. I'm a top engineer at Google. I left my work to come sell on Shopify. You can beat me in sales. I know the system. I know the algorithm. I know how it works. I've done it for years. And then I looked at it and I was like, so you mean I have to learn this thing? As a matter of fact, I have marks on my laps, like when I'm teaching myself, but I call myself a self-taught digital marketer, where I hit my laps like, come on, get it. And I'm hitting myself. I have marks on my laps like that in the middle of the night, just trying to understand that this is the way to go. There's no other profession. There's no other industry that can beat tech. Where tech is going to. I'm in the home of tech right now. This is the home of Spotify. This is the home of everything. This is the home of Skype. Right here. I'm in the middle of tech up 24/7. There is no other thing. Tech is the way to go. And the best time we could have started was yesterday. So if you not started yesterday, it's better you start now. Build systems, build digital systems online. Build your sites for authority, for influence, for visibility, as Joy just said. Build your sales funnels for conversion. Convert your social media followers into paying customers. Build your funnels. Do not build a duplex on another man's land. Do not focus everything. You say, oh, this is all is about my follow. Look at Sunday, for example. Look at problems he's been facing over and over and over again. And I totally want him, wish him well, and I hope that it works out. But these are lessons that you should learn while building your tech business. The website, God damn it, is important. It's important. Your sales funnel is important. Your visibility system is important. Your traffic system is important. Your conversion system is important. Your retention system. How do you even retain your customers? It's important. Is everything working like a clock well? Is it working? Is it tied in? Is it a funnel? All these things are important. And you're going to make mistakes. When you start running adverts, you're going to find out that the advert is not working as you see screenshots flying up and down. You're going to do A, B, C, D, E, F testing. You're going to find your winning ad set. By that time, you'd have spent a lot of money. I remember then my husband may be abroad and I'm in Nigeria and he will send the food money and I'll use it to run Facebook ad and it will crash. And I won't be able to say, oh my God, I don't have money, like money for the children's food. I'll use it to run Facebook ad. But the day I got it, I got it. The day I got it, I got it. And from that day till today, 2014 till date, I haven't run any campaign that failed. Do you understand? In fact, I have a whole team that does that. So basically, what I'm trying to say is this. You will still make mistakes. So if you've not started on a long term, you will still make mistakes. Start now. Make your mistakes early enough. And in the next 5 years, ensure that you are building a legacy. You're not just faffing around. Are you building a business or you're just having fun? Building a hobby? Are you building a brand? Right? Are you building a brand? It's not even a business. Are you building a brand? Because you should focus more on your brand. It will sustain you. So think very carefully. And as Joy said, look at your tech as an investment. Because that's the thing, that they can trace back to you through SEO. And people that are looking for you without knowing you, looking for the solutions that you can offer to their problems, will discover you and patronize you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Gbemmy. I know we need to have a special one with you because I know this is just the tip of the iceberg. There's so many things there's so many things that your wealth of knowledge is so deep. It's so deep. But we know that we have to move quickly, and we also want to thank you. So quickly, I want to move over to Bolaji. Let's talk a little bit more about social media. Bolaji, are you ready for us? So let's talk about social media. the two ladies have talked about the importance of having a website and knowing the processes, knowing how these algorithms work. Now let's take it back home, because I know a lot of our viewers, use social media, and there's this debate of the algorithm is against me, the algorithm is against me. Please, Bolaji, how can you address this concern of the algorithm being against people posting and not getting their desired response?
Okay, thank you so much for that question, Emeka. And I will tell everybody, the algorithm is never against you. You get to decide how the algorithm works. I have never for once said the algorithm is against me and everything. I feel like the algorithm has always been working for me. All right, so when Instagram first released Reels and I started posting reels, I wasn't getting the views I wanted. And I was talking to my biz bestie that I feel like this Instagram reels I checked Black people's page and I'm like, oh, maybe it's for the whites, it's favoring them and everything. But as I started putting in the effort and everything, I started seeing the results and I got to know that it really wasn't the algorithm. It was just the way and the method I was doing mine. And I started to compare. I started to see that they might be getting more views, but I was getting more engagement on my reels. And they might be getting more engagement on my reels actually decided for the algorithm that, oh, maybe because they actually started using reels for me. So when people tell me like the algorithm this, the algorithm that, I tend to tell them that the algorithm works with what you present to them. So if you are consistently posting, consistently doing what is right, the algorithm will work in your favor. I know someone that started after me and she grew over 50K followers because she was consistent. But it was fine for her. We are not all about the followers and everything. But a lot of people say the algorithm works against me when all you're on social media, all you're doing on social media is selling to people. How would the algorithm work against you? Because people are on social media not to be sold to. Social media, first of all, is all about being social. Before you now say, I want to buy something. Like I was saying in a meeting today, and I was telling them that if you're first social on social media, people will not even know when they start patronizing your services. For example, I have an highlight where I kept my presets, and I have never actually mentioned my presets on my feed before. And I get people buying, and I get a lot of, oh, someone just paid for your preset, someone just did this, someone just did that. That's because it's in my highlights. I am not trying to sell. I just kept it there for anybody that lands on my page and thinking, oh, how does Bolaji edit her pictures? How does she do this or how does she do that? That highlight will basically tell them, oh, this is what Bolaji does, and this is how you can actually get Bolaji's set of presets and everything. So if you're on social media and you actually make it be social on social media, the algorithm will work in your favor and you will make sales. For example, I was always like, oh, the TikTok algorithm is this, the TikTok algorithm is that. I am about to hit 2,000 followers on TikTok. And by last year I wasn't even on 1,000 followers. And I wasn't like the algorithm. But when I started showing up every single day and I started studying what other people were doing and I started staying consistent, it wasn't easy for me, but I tried as much as possible to do one video per day on TikTok, because normally you should post by 2 or 3 videos per day and everything. I started doing one video per day because that's what I can do. I started seeing the algorithm work in my favor, and I've hit 2,000 followers and every single day. So people should stop saying the algorithm is this, the algorithm is that. You get to dictate for the algorithm. Whatever you feed the algorithm is what the algorithm actually works with. Just make sure that you're working the right way, you're doing the right things, you're doing everything you're supposed to do. And one day the algorithm, it just takes one day for your post to actually enter the explore page or one reel to go actually see that, oh, it has never actually been the algorithm all this way. It has just been you not being social or you not spending time on the app.
Thank you so much, Bolaji. Thank you so much, Bolaji. That was really good. We see from even the comments, people love your passion. You're talking passionately about, the algorithm and social media, because a lot of people don't understand the work that is being put through, to be a good social media manager. And you said one really important. Social media is all about being social and connecting with people. Before we go on the break, I just want you to quickly extend on that. what's the importance of understanding, you know, the how will I call it, the language of social media, the dimensions, the hashtags, when to post, and all those things? How important are those things?
They're actually very important, and thank you very much for that question. They're actually very important, but I have to say, find what works for you. For someone like me, the algorithm tells me my audience is they're online by 6 p.m. But I get to notice after a rough day's work, I am tired by 6 p.m. I cannot post and still engage. So what do? I programmed my audience by telling them on my Instagram stories that, okay, oh, you people, I am going to be posting by 11 a.m. Anybody that wants to see my post and want to engage, you have to come to my page by 11 a.m. When you come by 11 a.m., you will meet post there. And I started noticing that, okay, a lot of people were programmed to it, and a lot of people know that, okay, Bolaji actually comes on our stories by 9 a.m. every single day. So if on days that I don't post by 11, I'm getting DMs like, oh, Bolaji, where's our post for today? Oh, Bolaji, you've not showed up on your stories. Hope nothing is wrong and everything. You see, I have programmed my audience to know that, okay, this is the time I actually show up. And as I've programmed my audience to know that this is the time I actually show up, the algorithm has synced with my audience, because this is the time that my audience is actually online. So when I post, within seconds, I'm seeing 100 likes. Within minutes, within 1 hour, I'm seeing, okay, 500 likes and everything. Because I have fed the algorithm by 11 a.m., I am going to be posting. And I fed the algorithm like, oh, on weekends, I might post, I might not post. You might see me, you might not see me. And that's fine. So if you need to find out what works for you. Don't let the algorithm decide for you. I know a lot of people say, post every day, do this, do that, do this. On Twitter, I've not entered Twitter today, and I'm not going to enter today, because I basically have had a very stressful day. You get to decide what works. I made a tweet, was it 2 days ago and everything. And it was making numbers. Within seconds, I had 500 retweets. Before I woke up the next day, it was nearing 2,000 retweets and everything. You get to decide for yourself the way the algorithm needs to work. So you get to choose. You first start telling your audience that, oh, this is the time I'm going to show up. Tell them on Facebook, tell them on Twitter, tell them on Instagram. Let people know that this is what you do. And you see that the algorithm is going to sync with you because it works with you. And if it's not convenient for you, you're not going to show up. So you want to find things that are convenient for you and how the algorithm will work conveniently for you, and watch the algorithm work in your favor. So you get to decide for the algorithm, find what works for you and stick to it, and the algorithm will follow through. It will follow your footsteps. That's all I'm gonna say. Thank you, sir.
All right, Bolaji, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Bolaji. We are indeed grateful for all you have said, for sharing. So, ladies, it's been great. It's been great. This has been a great session so far. We're going to take a quick break. Then we'll go, to a question and answer. Bolaji, thank you for sharing so much about the algorithm, social media, and how it works. Gbemmy, we also like to thank you for sharing why it's important to have the right process. And Joy, we want to thank you for making us understand that visibility is key in building your personal brand. Ladies, we are very, very grateful. This is not the end. We're going on a short break. And when we come back, guys, we will go deep down into it. So those questions that you want to ask them, this is the time that you need to ask them those questions. So prepare your questions, put it in the comments, and they'll be ready to answer.
Personal Branding Summit 2021.
Earn, impact, influence.
Welcome back from that break. We still have Bolaji Ajibare, Gbemmy Fasasi, and Joy Enaghalu in the building. These three ladies are experts in digital, and they are teaching us how we can monetize our personal brand. And one thing we need to know about monetizing personal brand in this digital space is you need to understand the standard, like Joy said, the standard of the game, not just the rule. How does the algorithm works? What works for me? How can I create processes that would help me seamlessly navigate my personal brand and also sell my product? So this is the point about monetizing and all. So the first question would be, I think Bolaji can answer this. How can I identify a good personal brand on social media? So this question is for Bolaji. How can I identify a good personal brand on social media?
Okay, thank you guys. Thank you for this question. Okay, so for someone like me, my brand is a personal brand. So I would say one of the best ways you can identify, you can look at my brand, for example, it's a personal brand. It's all about me being passionate about social media management and telling people, okay, this is how social media management should be. This is how I want it to be. These are the things I am saying. So a good personal brand on social media should have content pillars that are relating about um, their personality. I call them the pipe content pillars or C pipe content pillars. We have the personal content pillar. We have the inspirational content pillar. We have the promotional content pillar, which is rare. That's why you sell your product or your services. We have the educational content pillar, which is more because you want to teach people what your brand is all about. And we have the community pillar, which is the C type content pillars. So a good personal brand on social media should not be all about you, but your personality should show through your content. So if you check my page, you know that Bolaji is definitely fun. Bolaji is definitely very passionate about social media management. Bolaji definitely will teach you how to use Canva, how to use Instagram marketing, because that's what she's passionate about. But all in all, you're going to see that my personality actually shows through and shines through every single thing or every single one of my posts on my page. So that's what a good personal brand is all about.
All right, Bolaji, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, Gbemmy, this question is for you. Over to you, Gbemmy. And the question says, how much do I charge when I start monetizing my brand?
I don't know who asked that question, but if you know that I'm an NLP practitioner, I shatter limiting beliefs. I might as well tell you to start from whatever makes you feel good. I'm a money mindset coach. But seriously speaking, the first thing you want to do when you talk about charges is to look at your ideal clients. So there's a chart that I have, an ideal client avatar chart, where you assess their pains, their problems, the solution they are looking for. That's where charging starts from. That's where charging starts from. I know it doesn't sound glamorous, but that's where it starts from. So when you understand the pain, the problem, the solution they are looking for, and how you can render that solution to them, then you look at them again and look at the best vehicle with which they will consume that solution, right? If 97% of people who buy online courses do not finish them, only 3% does. In 3 years' time, online courses will be extinct. This is sheer analytics speaking. So if you look at your ideal client and they are busy executives, upwardly mobile, and all that, maybe online courses is not the way to go, right? So when you look at the vehicle with which you are going to offer them that solution, first of all, you've analyzed the pain, you've analyzed the solution, you've analyzed they themselves, and you look at the vehicle, right? You would then ask yourself, this business that I'm building is going to be fit for my life. My life will not be fit around this business. And so if the business is going to be fit for your life, and that solution is going to take you 1 hour, or it's going to take you 5 hours, what will be fit for your life that will put you in a place of flow, such that when you offer that solution, you will feel good, and the person will feel good. None of you will feel disgruntled. What's that figure? And once that figure comes to your mind, don't doubt it. Don't let that voice in your head criticize you. Just go for it and sell it, and you will sell it. So that's the best way to charge.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Gbemmy. You have broken some tables here already. So we're going right to Joy. Joy, now the question is, I know you've been doing this for quite some time. As a lady, this is your question. What are the challenges you face as a lady in the industry, and how were you able to overcome those challenges?
Oh, it's really interesting. All right. So the beautiful thing about the digital space is that it's open to everyone. And we have very few ladies in the digital space. and I know you must have seen a lot of people and feel like, oh, the women in this space are a lot. We're not plenty. You know, the ladies in this space were not a lot. So what are the challenges that I faced? Well, I would say number one, maybe easy access to a senior, or should I say someone who has gone ahead of me, you know, because sometimes you want to be able to relate with someone like you, someone who will understand coming from your view and all of that, right? Number one. And then number two, sometimes you get to meet people who make you feel like, oh, because you're a lady, then you then maybe, I mean, you don't really know a lot, right? But that's where actually your strength should lay, because to such people you don't say too much, you only show them, right? You don't say too much, you just show them what you're capable of doing, and that just, that just shuts their mouth. So I would say, so far, as far as this industry is concerned, it's been, I mean, I was in the entertainment industry when I was much more younger. I played in the entertainment industry from 20, should I say 11, from 2011 2013, and I now I ran out because the challenges there, that they are much more. But coming to the digital space, like, the ground is just leveled for everybody. For me, I'll just say, oh, finding someone who has gone ahead of you that you can learn from. And that's why I'm most grateful to people like coaches and tech women, those are even like into coding and all of that. I'm really grateful for women like that, because for those of them that are really open to share, that are really open to help other people come up, right? They're really doing amazing work. And so yeah, that's what I'll just say pretty much. Those are just challenges, and it's something that, I mean, even if you don't see someone that has gone ahead of you, you can see a pair that you can always share with, right? And sometimes they share information that you're not even aware of. You can even see sometimes a mentee, like someone who is coming up, who can even share information that you've not even heard. So the important thing in this space is for you to be very open-minded, learn how to network with people, and that way you'll just be fine, pretty much.
All right, thank you so much, So Bolaji, your question. This is one question a lot of people have asked, and they've sent right in. And the question is, as a social media newbie or an aspiring social media manager, where do I start from? This is one question we've gotten so many times. Do I start from? Where's that first starting point for me as a newbie? I'm new to social media. Where do I start from, Bolaji? I'm confused. All these things you're saying. Where do I start from?
Okay, where do you start from? You look for people in your niche. Look for people that you look up to that are very good in social media management. Look at them. What courses do they have? What trainings do they have? First, binge watch their page. Binge watch what kind of content they put up. Before I started my page, I was literally following some people I actually looked up to. And I scrolled down to the beginning of their post. I studied how they do it, and I'm like, oh, Balaji, how can you do yours differently? I'm sure when you get on social media, people tell you go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. I tell you, what you're looking for is not in YouTube. What you're looking for is in the paid courses of these experts on social media. So you need to first follow these experts in the so-called niche, pay for their trainings, pay for what they teach, pay for follow them, because you need to decipher if they're teaching you nonsense or if they're actually saying whatever they're saying, if it is right or if it is wrong. So look for experts in your niche, check out what they're doing, check out the tips, read their captions, read their posts, watch their IGTV videos. These are the people. Then check the people they follow. Check if those people that they follow are people that you also want to follow and associate with. Trust me, we don't work alone. We never work alone. So when I created my strategy today, I sent it to my business, which is far away in Texas, and I sent it to her, and I'm like, oh, babe, please help me. I didn't know, I had no idea how I was gonna handle it. I told her to send it to me. And if she's having issues, she said, oh, I've been struggling with this for a while. What do you think about it? Or how do you think this is going to go? And how do you think everything? We are never alone. We always have a team of maybe 4 or 5 people that we can always call when we are in need and everything. I have a friend that wanted somebody. She had a client, she couldn't handle the client. She passed the client to me. I told her, oh, I'm sorry, I won't be able to handle the client. I passed the client to another person that is one of our friends and everything. So we're always there for each other, and we are always people that there's always like a line, a stream of lines and every single thing. So you need to study what these people that you look up to, or what these people that you want to be like. You need to study how they work, how do they think, how do they think. So my community manager told me something today because I just employed an admin manager, and she was telling me that Bolaji, my admin manager was complaining because he had no she was like, Bolaji isn't giving her work to do and everything. And I'm like, my community manager was not telling her that. Don't worry, when I first started working with Bolaji, she's so used to doing her things all alone. But don't worry, when she starts giving you work, you'll be like, oh, I should have even be preparing and be ready and everything. So when I gave her the work today, and like, oh, you don't work it, you think I'm not giving work, and I gave her, okay, you take this one, handle it. She was like, oh my god, Bolaji, I've been on my decks. I said, welcome to my world. So we're never alone. So you need to look at these experts. And I had a lot of people. I went live today because I was feeling sleepy and I was working. I didn't want to sleep because I didn't want to stand for my desk to go sleep. And I told them that, oh, I'm working. And a lot of people were like, oh, Bolaji, can you teach me? And I'm like, I would never teach you for free because I never learned anything. So you need to find these people, sit there from their experts. Don't just come to meet them. Don't just go to their DMs and start asking questions. If you come to my DMs and ask me, I'm going to leave your rent. These my DMs. I have the right to leave your rent because you need to pay for my time. You need to show me that even if you don't have the money, that you want to pay me for my time. You don't have to just come and try to pick my brain. It's not going to work. It's not going to work because there are a lot of people that pay for my time, and it's not going to be fair to them if I get to answer you and you get to ask me questions, pick my brain. And I've noticed that a lot of people that you actually do free stuff but don't actually appreciate it. So I stopped doing free stuff for anybody. And it's convenient for me. So look at these experts, check out the courses they have, check out the trainings they have, because I'm telling you that if they actually teach you these things for free, imagine what you will now get in their paid courses. So you need to check out their paid courses to actually get the values of what they're teaching. So if you want to start out as a newbie, check out these experts, check out the people they are following, check out the way they are sourcing their content, because that's going to be the roadmap that will guide you. Because don't think you can go to YouTube, but trust me, they won't teach you everything in YouTube. When I started out, I did not even think of anything. That's not the first thing that will come to you. That's not the first thing that will come to you. And trust me, you will watch YouTube videos, and as you watch YouTube videos, you will get to know that they're saying the same thing over and over and over again in different videos by different people, and you'll be like, what is happening and everything. So check out these experts on the Instagram. I know they give out jewels. Somebody like me, I give out jewels. There's a lot of people that I follow that give out gems and everything, all for free. So check out Instagram, and that's all I have to say, man. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bolaji. We love you so passionate. Ladies, this has been an amazing one. Before we go on a break, before we close this, I would like to ask one last question to Gbemmy Fasasi. So many people have been asking this question, and Gbemmy, I know that you are the right person to give us the answer. And the question is, when is it the right time to increase my price, Gbemmy? I've been doing this coaching for so long. I've been doing all this for so long. Gbemmy, I want to increase my price. Just like Bolaji has said, I've been a social media manager, and social media managers don't earn so much. When is it the right time for me to increase my price as a coach, a consultant, a social media manager, whatever I do? Gbemmy, please help us here.
You will know when it's time to increase your price. Nobody will tell you. You will know. And the problem with most people is not because they cannot earn that higher price. It's because they're not dealing with the right type of client for them. That's the problem with most people. Okay, so there's a coach, a very popular person on Nigerian space social media, and I mentor her. I'm a marketing and business coach. And then I showed her my offers, because as a coach, there are 4 offers you must have. If you don't have those 4 offers, you're just fooling around, and you continue to go round and round in consecutive circles without being able to predict your income. You don't know how much you're going to earn every month or at the end of the year. You're still going to be on that tentative, prospecting phase. And so I showed her my offer. And one of my offers had, say, XX, say 5 digits amount of money. And she copied it. Wow. And then we're speaking 2 weeks after, and she told me, oh, I copied your price, and guess what? I have 30 people booked, and this is and I said, what price? Because I already changed it to ×3 of that. And she was like, oh, Gbemmy, how are you able to change your price like that? You will know, right? When I'm working with you, I do digital marketing for Fela Durotoye, I do digital marketing for Larry Olushola. I do digital marketing for a whole lot of, not even just over in Africa, but also here in Europe. And I earn you that crazy amount of money monthly. I'm going to look at what I'm earning. What I'm earning, I'd better be 25% of that. If it's not, I'm raising that money. So the higher my results, the higher my charges, right? Larry Olushola has a training tomorrow and next tomorrow, and there are hundreds of people who has registered, right? So when you look at such massive results and you're able to replicate that results because you take out time to do the right thing, to build yourself, to build your business, to build your brand, to build your systems, your processes, you're paying tax, you're paying staff, you're doing everything, that you're building a proper business, not like you're fooling around. This is a proper business and your expenses are right there. And you like to chill in the Bahamas. Yeah, because you have to live the good life to the baby girl lifestyle too. And you're earning this kind of money for other people? What you're making, I better be 25% of that. Else you need to change and say, okay, I can do it for you free, but I'm going to take a certain percent of whatever amount that I bring in. So you need to study what your results are and let your results determine what you charge. If your results are going up consecutively, your prices are better going up. And don't be scared that they will leave you. Nobody's going to leave you. Everybody wants to give them results. So if you're a result-oriented person and you run a result-oriented business, trust me, the people you work for will appreciate you. Nobody's going to leave you. You bring the results, they're going to flow with you. So you're not losing that client. So just drop that as a fear. The higher your results, the higher you should charge. If you're skeptical about increasing your prices, go and increase your result, then come back and speak that grammar. Your prices will increase.
Thank you so much. We still have one more question. The question says, what are those 4 offers? Please tell us.
Oh yes, as a personal brand on the internet, you have to be very careful. You're on social media for visibility, right? And you're making sales on social media. But anything can happen to you. So it's important that you have digital systems that serves you as a business, right? And these 4 offers, the first one are your lead offers, your prospective clients offers, your right client. How do you attract them to you? The right type of people, such that if they don't have interest in, maybe you're a parenting coach, or you are an organic whatever coach, or you're a business coach. If people do not have interest in you, they're not going to come near that offer. And that offer is usually free. And we call it the lead magnet. So many times you are going on social media, you're scrolling through very fast, and then you see, click here to download this or watch this 5 minutes video or something for free. And you're like, what? This thing is really good. And this thing will solve a problem for me. Because that lead offer, even though it's free, is very valuable. It solves a problem for the prospect. Download it. And you download it and you're like excited. But in return, you're not paying, but you're paying with your email address and telephone number. That is your lead offer. Every personal brand must have their lead offer. And your lead offer is to attract the right type of clients to you. And even though you are giving it to them free, it must be valuable. It must solve a problem for them. And then they pay in return with their email addresses and telephone number, which you can then use to remarket to them. And then secondly, you have your get footing offers. Something, because if you acquire so much followers for long and you keep giving them value, and you're thinking, oh, until I have 1,000 followers or 10,000 followers before I charge them, you're just going to breed dead weight, because they're going to get used to you. And what they will get used to is getting authentic value from you. They're not going to see you as somebody that they want to pay. And then they'll go and pay somebody who is quarter as good as you are. And they will pay that person. And then you're going to feel bad. And it can, coaches now, coaches have egos. It can result in depression and you want to give up. So it's your choice. The onus lies on you. The responsibility lies on you to instantly activate the paying part of your followers. Activate the paying part of their brain. Let them know that you give value and you charge for value. So you activate it immediately. Don't wait until 100 or 1,000 followers. Do so. You give value. Gary V, our father in social media marketing, he says it. He says, boom, 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 pow. You give value, sell. Don't stay there and be like, ooh. Else they'll go and pay somebody else. So how do you activate it? Do you now come with your signature offer and say, oh, my $10,000 offer? Nope. You do so with your get footing offers. Your get footing offers are things that are usually like cheap, usually below $30 or $10. The whole idea is this. If you're going to start running paid ads on social media as a brand, you shouldn't pay for it from your pocket. People make that mistake and they say your ad budget should not come from your pocket. When you sell your get footing offers, the money they pay for that is what should fund your advert. So you'd have seen some very big coaches like Brendan Burchard. You'd have seen some very big coaches and they'll say, oh, for today only, pay $1 or pay $5. And you're like, what? $5 into a library of what? The whole idea is that advert costs them probably $1 and you are paying them $5. They're making $4 and they're going to use that $4 to run adverts to sell more. So your get footing offers is to attract the right people and to pay the cost of your ads, right? And then the third one is your brand culture offer. This is what your brand is known for. This is like when they mention your name, right? People will say, this is what I know this person for. When you do this with this person is this. It's for the culture. But it also drives profit. For me, it's my clarity throne. There is nobody who has sat on my clarity throne for 5 hours that do not get actionable steps as to the digital systems that they will use to create profit for their system. If they have a mindset block, we will shatter it. Anything that has to do with mind and digital business, in those 5 hours, we'll kill it. We'll create their offers. So it's a clarity throne. I want them to feel like, oh, I want to sit on your clarity throne. And my clarity throne is actually booked from now to the end of March. So it's a powerful thing and it's for 6 hours. Sometimes it extends up to 8. So it drives profit, yeah, but it's for the culture, right? Because you're on the internet and there's the show part as well as the business part. So it's for the culture and it drives profit, right? And then the last one is your signature offer. This is the mistake most personal brands make. They bring that signature offer and they are all over the internet with their signature offer. No, your signature offer is not for everybody. Your signature offer is unique. Your signature offer is for the creme de la creme. It's for the 1%. It's for the people that will pay you. Your signature offer should be sounding in the tones of $1,000. Your signature offer, whoever is there, you give them your blood, you give them your kidney, you give them your liver, and you're happy doing so. Why? Because you charge the heck out of it. And they get a transformation in terms of results. So your signature offer drives profit. And even if it is just 4 of it that you get in a month, you're good to go. So that's your profit. So don't forget your lead offers to attract the right people, right? Your get footing offers to fund your client acquisition, pay for your adverts, and then your brand culture offer that also drives profit and makes your brand popular and known for it. And then your signature offers. Whatever you do on the internet should resolve around this, right? I have my get footing offer is a 365-day social media content marketing calendar. I don't want to teach coaches that, oh, this is how to do storytelling on social media. No, just take my calendar, copy, paste, fill in the gaps, and you have your content. It's so cheap. It's $30. It solves the problem. It makes them happy. It makes them launch fast. And if I sell 50 in a day, I'm good to go. It's $30. It's beautiful. And I'm not exchanging time for money. And I also get profit. So every personal brand has to sit down and say, what is my get footing offer? Is it plugged into paid adverts? Is it expanding my brand to more people who don't know me every day? I always tell my clients, if 30 new people don't know you every day, you should not sleep until they know you. So it's not so much about creating content, but about content distribution. Every day, let new people know you. And new people cannot know you if you don't have the right things to attract them.
Thank you so much, Gbemmy. You have been on fire, telling us, breaking it down from when to increase price to understanding I want to call it the 4 pillars, of monetization. You've said it, the free one, the foot in, the signature offer, and of course your high ticket offer. Ladies, this has been an amazing one. Thank you so much for your time. I really want to appreciate each and every one of you for being part of the Personal Branding Summit. This has been very insightful. The comments has been on fire. People have found so much value in what we've been saying. Yusuf said, Gbemmy, thank you. We have a quote from Olugbemi Olabode. She says, wow, value. Yes, so much value. We have so much value today. Guys, thank you so much. I really want to appreciate you once again. Joy Enaghalu, Gbemmy Fasasi, and Bolaji Ajibare, also known as the social media Oga. So guys, before we go, how can we get to connect with you? Baby, I'm sure there are a lot of people that want to get that footing offer from you. Please, how can they connect with you and how can they get that offer?
Follow at Digital My Influencer on Instagram. Send me on Facebook, Gbemmy Fasasi, Gbemmy Oyekon, GBEMMY. And I'm also going to drop on this video right there on YouTube. I'm going to drop a comment with my number so you can send me a WhatsApp message, whichever way is easy for you. Digital My Influencer at gmail.com as well. So whichever way is easy for you, just connect with me. I like to meet up. I like it.
All right, thank you so much, Gbemmy. So over to Bolaji. Bolaji, over to you. How can we connect with you?
All right. You can connect with me at the social media or go on Instagram. I think that's the best way to connect with me, because if I give you my number like Gbemmy, I am not going to pick up. I am not going to reply a WhatsApp message. So connecting with me via your Instagram DM, via Instagram DMs is actually the fastest way to reach me, or via my email address. You can connect with me via the social media Oga. The email address is in my bio. So once you check my Instagram page, you get the information on how to connect with me. But Instagram DMs is actually one of the very fastest ways to actually reach me. But yeah, that's how you can.
All right, thank you so much, Bolaji. And yes, we have Joy. Joy, how can we connect with you, Joy? How can we connect with you?
Yeah, so to connect with me, Instagram is usually the easiest one. So on Instagram at Joy Enaghalu, on LinkedIn, Joy Enaghalu, on Twitter, Joy Enaghalu. So practically anywhere, Joy Enaghalu. I mean, it's social media, so I'm social. You can get me anytime on social media.
Thank you so much, guys. This has been amazing. It's been a great one with you ladies, the 3 Amazons on the final day of you see, I'm so overwhelmed with all the information that these 3 ladies have, giving me basketballs that I'm even lost for words. Gbemmy had just broken that table down and buried the table. Joy has navigated us to the importance of having a good digital presence, and Bolaji has broken the myth. It is not just because you have a social media account that makes you a social media manager. No, guys. No, you need to understand what it takes, and she's on a mission to make sure that she trains the next generation of social media managers the right way. So ladies, thank you so much once again for this opportunity. We from the Personal Branding Summit would like to say thank you it once, twice, and a million times, and definitely we will connect with you and all your offers. We're going to share it with the community so that they can get to learn right from you. So thank you, ladies. We'll be back after this short break.
Personal Branding Summit 2021.
Earn, impact, influence. Personal Branding Summit is proudly supported by Connect Nigeria, China 5 Studios, Radiate Technologies, Embrace Media, Seats and Tickets, LB Digital, and powered by Kara Kuri. Personal Branding Summit would like to specially recognize Ada Mbelu, Roti Atunwa,
And we are back. Thank you so much for joining. This is the grand finale of the Personal Branding Summit. My name still remains Emeka Ebeniro. You can call me Play Emeka. My friends call me Fire Emeka because I'm the fire speaker and your personal brand fixer. Today has been amazing. We've had 3 great ladies share the importance and also how you can monetize your personal brand, especially on the digital space. You know, everything now is digital. We're having a virtual summit here, wherever you are, and you're connecting. I know we have people connecting from Canada, from Saudi Arabia, from the US, Nigeria, the UK, so many parts of the world. And this could only be possible thanks to technology and digital. And that is why it is important for you to start building your brand and understanding how these digital things work. Gbemmy has said so much. Joy has talked about having the right digital presence. Have a website, no matter how small. If it's 1 page, make sure you have a website. Bolaji shared that it's important for you to understand how this algorithm works. Build your community and train your community so that they know when you post and they would follow you. It is important that you know these things. And Gbemmy shared her secrets, the 4 pillars, as I call it. 1 is the free offer. So it's the get in thing. Click the link, sign up for my free offer. 2, it is the get the foot in one. It's a very cheap offer where people can buy. You need to start cultivating your followers so that they can buy your offer. So give them something that is very cheap and they can buy. 3, your signature offer. Make sure you have a signature offer. What is that signature offer that you have? And 4, your high ticket offer. And what Gbemmy has said is very true. And I practice the same thing. So from the Personal Branding Summit, we are giving out the free personal branding workbook. Yes, we have a workbook where you can start your journey in personal branding. What do I want to be remembered for? And all the questions that you need to ask yourself in starting that. Now, 2, another thing we're going to do for you is, if you're thinking of, okay, I want to post, I don't know what to post, I need a calendar that already has hashtags and all that, we have prepared that for you. So if you want something really quick and something really cheap, we have that for you. Don't forget that we also have offers from Bolaji, from Joy, and also from Gbemmy, which we'll be sharing on all our platforms. So check your emails, check the Telegram, and also check this video just in case you're watching it, the recap. You have the links to all these things. So make sure you do that. Then finally, I have my own signature offer, which is the Personal Branding Workshop. So if that's something you want to be part of, there's a discount running. Connect Nigeria, our partner. This is 40% off. Yes, 40% off the next Personal Branding Workshop, which is taking place in March. So March 19th, Connect Nigeria is paying 40% off. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure you join the Telegram group, or if you're watching the replay, you will see the link, click the link, claim your 40% off, be at the class, and start your journey into building your personal brand deliberately. It's important that you build a personal brand. And like they've all said, your personal brand is what you'll be remembered for, and it's what would help you scale up, make more money, and have more relevance. So guys, thank you all. But before we go, before I mention the last announcement, we would like to thank our team. These guys have put together this summit. This summit wouldn't have been successful without these amazing guys, and here they are.
Personal Branding Summit would like to thank its amazing team: Lekon Banjo, Dumebi Agu, Adata Jaja, Osita Santos, Lillian Wachuku, Joseph Dyer.
Yes, we'd like to thank our amazing team for the tireless work they have done in putting together this summit. Lillian Wachuku, Dumebi Ago, Joseph Dyer, Banjo Lekon, Adata Jaja, you guys have been as amazing. And of course, Osita Santos. These guys have worked tirelessly to have this great summit. Thank you so much for your kind messages. We've seen it. We've been getting so many messages that this summit has been good, and it wouldn't have been possible without these guys. These guys have worked tirelessly to give us the right quality. Guys, this is one thing I want to say. I said it before and I'll say it again. Gbemmy has said it. It's all in your mind. Don't let anything limit you. The moment you realize that this is the vision, this is the place that I want to be in, you need to walk towards it. And something Uche Ugo said yesterday was, don't do it alone. Get a team around you. For the Personal Branding Summit to be possible, we had to all come together with a shared vision and one purpose. That's why you see in our communication, we said there are 10 speakers, there is 10 speakers, and there is one summit, and there is one purpose. What's the purpose? The purpose is to change the narrative. We want to make people understand the importance of personal branding and how personal branding can influence nations, organizations, and most especially the individual. So please, it is important that you take your personal brand serious. And that is why we have this summit. So I'd like to thank the team. You guys have done amazingly well. I'm just your host. I'm just the host, but these guys behind the scenes, they are the engine room, putting together the work tirelessly, making sure that this vision comes to pass. So guys, thank you so much for all your help, all your support. I really, really, really do appreciate you. We'll go on a short break, and when we come back, I just have a quick message for you, and we will call it a day.
Personal Branding Summit 2021.
Earn, impact, influence.
Welcome back from that break. Yes, it's still me, Emeka Ebeniro. You can call me Play Emeka. My friends call me Fire Emeka. I just want to tell you this quick message before we call it a wraps. It wouldn't have been possible if the team didn't put this together. And also, it wouldn't have been possible if you did not register and watch and be part of the Personal Branding Summit. It is possible. It's all in your mind. Gbemmy has said it. It's all in your mind. Every limiting thing is all in your mind. You can do whatever you want to do. What you have is enough. Every time that you look at yourself and you're wondering, do I have what it takes to win? Do I have what? No. You have what it takes to win. You have all the resources in your disposal. If you need help, go out there and look for help. But above all, understand who you really are, because personal branding is all about identity. I talk about this, I teach about this. It is all about identity. If you know that you're a star, if you know that you're unique, if you know that there's something different about you, then that is when you start your journey in personal branding. Mr. Fab said it. His name in primary school was not the same in secondary school, and he got to a point, that was in 2013, where he decided, you know what, I need to rebrand myself and I need to start moving forward. And from a magazine interview, he decided to switch his name and start calling himself Mr. Fab. And today he's a Pan-African CEO, having influence across the world. You too can do the same. There is nothing stopping you. There is nothing limiting you. Like they all said, you need to be able to invest in yourself. Pay for that course. Go for that training. You can't get all the answers when you watch free videos and tips. All the YouTube videos that you're watching is delaying you from achieving the goal and getting to the heights that you ought to get to. For you to get there faster, you need to submit yourself to the teachings and the tutoring and the mentoring of the right people. And secondly, you also need to pay. You can take a flight to a destination, or you could go through a bus. Who will get there faster? The person that takes the flight will get there fast. And now guess what? You can even take a private jet. The person with the private jet would even get there faster with the person that goes with a commercial flight. So what am I saying? All I'm saying is where you're going is far. However, it is not far enough when you know where you are going. So that is why you need all the help that you can get. And that is also why we decided to put together the Personal Branding Summit to help you get to your destination faster by bringing experts that will teach you one or two things on how you can grow, monetize, and scale your personal brand. Thank you once again for being part of the Personal Branding Summit. Don't forget, check your emails, join our Telegram group. We have offers. Chapter 5 Studios is offering up to 50% off on photo shoot. So if you're having a photo shoot, you're thinking about it, photography is very important. Your image is important when you're creating that global personal brand. So one place you should go is Chapter 5 Studios. We're going to put it in the Telegram channel. Click that link. Make sure you claim that discount. Also, if you want to start your personal brand on the right note, we have workshop, we have sheets, we have so many things that would help you. And finally, if you're confused, you're wondering, I don't know what to post tomorrow, where do I start from and all that, we also have a content calendar, a social media content calendar filled with hashtags and all the things you need to know to help you move your content to the next level. So thank you guys once, twice, and a million times. I'm super excited. It has been an awesome Personal Branding Summit. Thank you for joining us. We will see you at the next one. Thank you and God bless.
Personal Branding Summit is proudly supported by Connect Nigeria, Chapter 5 Studios, Radiate Technologies, Embrace Media, Seats and Tickets, LB Digital, and powered by Kara Kuri.
Personal Branding Summit 2021.